Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Hannah's Knit Cottage podcast. I'm Hannah.
I'm Michelle.
We are here for the final part of State of the Wigs. So today we have quilting and cross stitch. As always, you can find me on Instagram as Hannah's Knit Cottage and on Ravelry as Hannah072.
I'm Michelle. On Ravelry, it's Southern Comfort KC. On Facebook and Instagram, it's Wool Market Fibers.
Yes, so we're here to talk quilting and cross stitch.
And needlepoint.
And needlepoint, yes. So we're gonna start with quilting. Michelle, do you wanna go first and I'll get mine out?
Okay. Well, this is my newest. This kind of got the skids put on it, but this is a mystery quilt put out by Aunt Jemima, an Australian English paper piecing designer. It is still ongoing and I am still behind. This is all hand done, hand sewn, thread basted.
Absolutely gorgeous.
That's going to be a huge quilt when I get it finished. I think they're going to be like queen, almost king, so it'll depend. You can put borders on it, I guess, when you're done. But I have no idea what it is looking like. But yeah, I'm behind as usual.
I'm not gonna lie, I know what it looks like because I had to look it up. She had it on a podcast episode recently, and I had to look it up, so I know more about it than she does right now. Which is great.
Yeah, because I'm still on one.
All right. This one is actually, it's almost a quilt top. This is Topsy Turvy by Fabric Cafe.
That's really pretty.
Which I won in the Wool Market Fibers birthday party.
That's right, you did.
So I have no idea what these fabrics are because they were given to me. You won't show the bag that has all of my contact information. But I've made 30 of these blocks.
Nice. Oh, good job. Those turned out really well together.
I just pressed all of them.
Yay.
Got my points. Look at me. They're not all this nice. I'll show you just this one.
Yeah,
but,
don't look too closely.
But I'm really loving
new.
this fabric and what you do. I think you take the two blocks without giving too much
I'll
away.
hold this one.
And I think you do the other block this way, I think. Yeah. So you do them back and forth and back and forth.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm pumped. And you just do
Cute.
I think it's going to be like a lap quilt when it's done. I'm debating, I have a bingo square for a gift for my grandpa for Christmas. I'm wondering if this is too floral, but I feel like the blue and the orange are nice masculine colors.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
this
it'll
might
look
be
good.
because I was gonna
if you look at, like, pull that up, hold that up. If you look at close enough, you can see the colors are close to the actual square that I'm holding up. I think it would be nice.
yeah, and
Looks really pretty. These have a lot of circles in them, but I like the fabrics.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna keep this for myself, but I got some fabric that I'm gonna do for myself, and it's all neon, so it's not like anybody else is gonna use it. So I feel like this one needs a home where it's gonna be loved all the time because I only need so many quilts right now, and I have this. That would be my second one for myself. So like you know, this could be a good option for him, and it'd be a Christmas present and a bingo square.
Oh, nice. Well, this one, it's a quilt top that's actually already done. It just hasn't. It doesn't have a border on it, so I guess it ain't done. But the center part's finished.
Beautiful.
And this one was done. I can't. It's a like a lap quilt for when you go to the park, like a picnic quilt.
Yeah.
And I found it on Missouri Star last year. And I have two different charm squares that a fabric rep gave me, and I put them together, lights and darks, mixed them up. I tried not to get the same two squares, which I found at the end, together.
I would have noticed it if you had pointed it out.
And I think it turned out pretty well. The construction of this is actually a lot easier than you think. It's very unique how you have to cut it up the diagonal and then flip the squares and flip the section and then put it together, and this is how it comes out.
Missouri Star is very good though about giving you construction that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked up her video, so that helped a lot.
Yes.
And then I'll put probably, I haven't decided on the fabric, color, or print for the border for this. And so when I do, that's probably why it's not done, because I want it to look nice and, you know, at least match some of the fabrics as far as color that's in here. I'll put on a double border and then we'll put on a backing. So there's this one.
All right.
And what's yours?
This is my last one because I really don't keep a lot of quilting whips. Honestly, having more than one was pretty controversial for me. Let's see. This is a table topper kit that I was gifted. It has some applique, which has not been done very well, so we're not gonna judge Hannah for how this has been done.
No, because we're all new. I haven't
but
done
I
it
have
yet.
the front and the back done, so this is waiting. This is just a panel I was gifted, so that's not a whip yet.
No.
It's just fabric. Don't worry, just fabric.
Although I have, my sewing teacher says that she has a lot of great ideas for panels. So we'll have to get you in touch with her. Yes, she'll be here today at 10 for a class.
Ooh, okay, perfect.
Yes.
I'm never here on Wednesdays. It's a Wednesday today. So this is the table topper itself. So all the holly.
This is pretty.
This is all applique. So this is pre-cut, and then the holly is applique on there.
Nice. That's nice.
Oh, well, I thought it was nice. I think I'm gonna rip that one out. I had decided not to do, so I might go back and fix that holly berry, or go back and
I think
hand sew it.
Yeah, it's your.
Oh, it's just got to trim the ends. That's what it is. It's fine. And then this is the backing. What I decided to do for the back. I did a pieced back, and it's pieced extra big so we can quilt it. But this was fabric that my mother-in-law had that she let me stash dive.
Pretty.
So yes. So then this will be kind of in the center of the table topper. So really, it'll be reversible.
Oh, nice. I like reversible.
I mean, you see it's pieced and stuff, and these two actually go opposite directions.
Yeah.
So I've kind of, juxtaposed them a little bit.
I like that.
So yeah, we'll trim it off to match the table topper, and then you could
Nice.
really flip it either way. This would give you a good centerpiece to put.
Oh yeah. A vase of flowers or.
And if you wanted something more neutral that wasn't Santa.
Oh, this is so pretty.
So.
Well, you're one up on me. She's done applique and I haven't done it yet.
I think this is actually going to go in the church Christmas auction.
Oh, pretty.
So this is also a bingo square.
Yay.
That would be my, if I do both of these for bingo squares, I'll have 3 bingo squares in quilting, which I think is pretty impressive for me considering
absolutely.
I've been quilting for like 1.5 years at this point.
Wow, good job. Good.
So that is all of my quilt whips.
Well, I have 2 more. One's for me. I started this, before Fiona came. That was 3 years. And the reason I'm not finished with it is because Fiona has a tendency, she still likes to chew. Doug's socks. I pulled out his quilt for wintertime at night, and I found a couple of the corners have been chewed on. So this is why Michelle hasn't finished hers, because I know the minute I lay it out on the bed, Fiona's gonna find a corner, and I won't have a corner.
No.
But I've got these. These are layer cakes. I bought 2 of them, probably 5-6 years ago from Missouri Star, long before I started any of this. And this is a rag quilt. So I took and numbered each of the squares off the layer cake the way they came out of the packaging, 1 through 42. So as you can see, this is one side of it. But if you look at the front, now this is the back side you're looking at, but if you look at the other side, it's the exact same squares in the exact same positions. And so I have a front side, a back side, and a middle sandwich, which I am purposely using fleece, which does not rag, and I know that, and I'm perfectly okay with it. I have 2 more full rows to go to finish out this quilt, and then have to snip these edgings right here, and then it goes in the laundry a couple of times in order for these seams to rag. That's the whole point. You can use 3 layers of cotton, you can use 2 layers and a flannel in the middle, but I already had the fleece and I'm okay with it not ragging. So, and I wanted it warm too. So each of these are numbered, so I knew exactly where the squares were going in order, as I said, as to how they came off out of the packaging. So, like I said, I got 2 more to go, and this will be done. And then in the wash it goes, dry it a couple of times, and that'll be that. And then I have 1 more. This is a gift, and I know who it's going to.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. Yes, it's a mystery. Now this is another rag quilt, and it's based off an actual quilt pattern, but I wanted it as a rag quilt, and I am quite a ways shy of being finished. There's 1 row. This row here will go right here. It'll be attached right here. So I have a long way to go on that. And again, because I had a ton of fleece, there is fleece in the middle. And we don't care what the middle looks like.
No, I like it with the fleece though. It's nice and squishy.
It makes it very squishy, and it makes it warm for winter time.
I might need to do a fleece quilt. Maybe I'll do that with my neon quilt.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
It's a lot of white, so just make sure it doesn't show through, but
Yeah.
it'd be
So
nice.
there's this one.
All right, so you're up to 4 quilt whips, and I realized I did not bring the paper in here,
Yep.
so we're gonna have to figure it out.
Oh, this one's easy. 4.
Yeah.
4 to your 2?
2.
Yeah, that's easy.
Our ratio, honestly, is probably about the same.
Until we
1.
get to the cross stitch and the needlepoint, and you don't needlepoint, so
Right.
yeah.
All right. So do you want to dip in the cross stitch?
Okay.
Okay.
Because mine are sort of
To
interspersed.
start, I'm just gonna lay all of that out so we have this. There's just red everywhere. So I have.
This is a lot.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with this one. It's out of the frame, not the frame, out of the hoop. Y'all have seen it, so it's not brand new, but I don't think I've made any progress on it since the last podcast episode. Works of Jane Austen. We'll talk about this more in the next podcast, but I think I have a plan. This was by a seller on Etsy. I'll link it below. This was a mystery stitch along several years ago, and I did like each month. She released the border, and then she went back, and each like month or each part was a different book. I'm on the first one, Sense and Sensibility. I'm on page 3 of 4, but page 4 is only a couple blocks, so really I'm counting it as like page 3.5. Yeah, that's Works of Jane Austen. I think the seller is called Ichabons on Etsy, but I'll link it below.
Oh, okay. And here's my pile. Oh, I think we're about even.
Close. Yeah,
I see a needlepoint project sticking out there somewhere.
that's fine. We can intersperse needlepoint if you want.
Well, here we go. Michelle would win. This one is, and I'm sorry I don't have the, oh yes I do, the picture of this pattern. It's a rose.
It's pretty.
It's in an old cross stitch magazine, and I'd stared at it for years.
It's really nice.
It is by Sam Hawkins, and where am I? I'm in here somewhere. There we are. Off the hoop. Sorry about the mess, but that's where we are. Did a lot of parking on this one, and I'm not too impressed with parking because now I forgot where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, we'll see. I
So-
have a different experience with parking. So I'll explain that later.
Yes, good, because I'll probably need it.
Okay, my next one. This is the first one's not a bingo square and this one's not a bingo square, but this one I feel like it felt like it was close to being done. I looked at it, I'm like, you really only have like 1/4 of it done. This is Letters to Santa by Fat Quarter Shop. This was a mystery stitch along. I'm trying to see, they have, I'm using the DMC, the call for DMC. The last one is DMC.
I'll hold it up and you look at that.
This is really the vibe that they have for the
Cute.
pattern. So
Yeah,
very much
like
so like a
little-
vintage letter. I'll have to put the pattern up on the
Yeah,
screen.
it's like a little postcard.
Yeah, it's really
Nice.
cute, but stitching on black is a bugbear.
Yeah. Well, even and this isn't black, but I like the
It's,
background.
I think
color of
it's
it.
like chalkboard black, Ada.
It's
But
pretty.
it's fun. The back of this is incredibly messy because this is one of my early cross stitch. I think this is only the 3rd cross stitch I'd ever started. So,
That's okay. Mine look like
but
that too.
I have Letters to Santa. This border I really, really don't like doing, which is what's been the stall. But I really should sit down and just finish this along with everything else.
I hear
Ooh,
ya.
this, okay.
This is a French sampler by Natalie of Jardin Privé. Yep, this is where I'm at. It's all over the road.
Is that a,
It's just a sampler.
okay, I was gonna say, is it a free pattern?
I think so. Mhm.
Okay. Making
And
sure I don't need to blur the screen out with the pattern. It's gorgeous.
I can't even tell if I'm right side up or not. There we go. But that's where
Absolutely
I'm at so
gorgeous.
far. And I picked darker, well, I picked them close to what the pattern had said on here. So these are the colors close to the original colors of this, but I really fell in love with it. I like how they did these larger letters here. So I really shouldn't have stopped, but I think because it's 4 colors, I got a little bored. But I'm gonna finish it, I promise. I like that one.
She promises.
Yeah.
Promises, promises.
Good intentions and all that.
This one is a bingo square. This was supposed to be for a Christmas gift like 3 years ago.
Cute.
This is a dimensions kit. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but Hobby Lobby's not carrying this anymore. But it's a little red truck.
Oh, I like it.
This is where we're at with Mr. Truck. So I mean, it's coming along, and what I'm doing is kind of going back in and doing a complete fill-in, so I can just go straight
yeah.
down.
Mhm.
Now that I'm okay, because they had always, like, people always, when they start cross stitchers, a lot of people suggest a center start, and I'm finding that center start is just the worst for me. But starting in the corner where I just work and work and work and work, it helps me keep it from being misaligned. So we'll see. I've got a little bit down there in that corner too, but I'm just gonna go in and keep filling. This is a bingo square, so it really needs to be done this year.
Oh, wow. Yep, bingo square. See, that's what I'm doing. Bingo
Using the
squares.
called for threads.
It holds me accountable, and it's kind of like me in resolutions at the first of the year, where everybody makes all these resolutions. Well, I quit doing that years ago because I'm always an epic fail at it. So
That was number 3 for me.
well,
this is number 3 for
This
you.
is 1, 2, yep, 3 for me here. This is a smaller sampler, and the reason why I haven't finished is because I lost the chart.
Oh no.
Oh yes, but
It's so cute.
well, I did a lot of over dye. So when they were doing DMC colored flosses, I went to the over dye section. I am using Weeks Dye Works up here. This one here is Gloriana for the house.
I think it's
And
adorable.
the fence is done in a different over dye color. So I was trying to switch it up a bit from solids to variegateds and such. So as soon as I do find the chart, which is probably in the drawer at home, then I will get back to it. So I at least have this and the threads put together.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay. This chart. This one needs an explanation. I was desperate to start a full coverage. I was impatient to wait on said full coverage to get here. So I'm like, what chart can I go find as quick as possible at the store? We have a feeling we know where this is going, right? I wanted to do a lighthouse for my church's Christmas auction. little old me was like, oh, I'll have this done for Christmas.
Wrong.
Full coverage.
Wrong.
So I get this chart.
We'll give you an A for effort.
You haven't seen the effort yet.
Oh dear.
So I got a loops and threads kit, which no shame if this is what you love. Like if this is your jam, that's fine. However, me and this chart fought.
Uh-oh.
Like fought.
Uh-oh.
So I'm expecting, it doesn't really say a lot on when you're going to buy the chart. I don't want to show the chart, but basically they give you this crazy stiff Aida, which is fine. You can see I started parking, and you see how long the threads are. Like they are long.
Well, you can always trim those.
Well, but it's attached on their holder, and they have their own labels on it. So it's like I don't want to mess up because they have a whole. I don't want to show the chart, but you can see, Michelle, how ridiculous it is. And there's half stitches. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this, plus it being a full coverage. So this is how far Hannah got before Hannah was like, yeah, this ain't happening. Like, it was just a nightmare because I was trying to do half stitches, and then they were doing, it was just hard. And this is the blown up version of the chart. The actual chart
is tiny.
Well, it's tinier, and I couldn't mark it off.
Oh.
And
yeah.
I couldn't get it scanned into Pattern Keeper, and it has back stitching, so of course you can't do that in Pattern Keeper. And just the longer I worked, I mean, the picture is beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful picture. However,
see, and I've done all this, the back stitching, and I've done, half stitches and quarter stitches.
The thread was tangly.
Yeah.
Because it was so long, and I didn't want to trim it because they had like 50 bajillion colors sorted out. Like, it just, everything in this kit did not work for me.
Oh dear.
So very quickly I abandoned ship and was like, so this honestly will probably all get thrown away unless somebody is like,
well,
please save this whip.
You could actually save the fabric.
I don't like the fabric.
Well, then gift it.
Well, yeah, if somebody is like, hey, I want to go finish this kit,
yeah, then
I will gladly hand you all of this. I'll hand you the chart that's been copied and enlarged. I will, please, if you want this kit for free, gladly.
Come and get it. The door's
yeah,
open.
There's all the thread and all that. Bag doesn't come with it, but everything else will.
Oh my.
So that is a frog.
That's a true frog.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's not even a frog. It's like a dispose of.
Oh, yes. Well, my last cross stitch, and I stopped this because I tried to learn, and you can see we haven't gone very far. Working not in the center, but in a corner. Epic fail.
So
because
she's
I'm
a center
used to
start.
Center starts. I'm used to, I that's how I learned.
You did start really close to the edge, too.
I know, that's why I stopped. Because I didn't have the little 3-inch ruler thing. I finally found them and got them in. So that's why I stopped, so I could pull this out, and thank God it didn't go very far.
Yeah.
And then I can scooch everything over according to that little ruler that I got over there, and then start again. But it's a little Halloween piece. It was from a magazine from 23.
In 2010.
Oh, well, where does it say that?
Flip it over.
Oh, 2010. Sorry, from 2010. And it's a Halloween greetings, and it's got sheep on it. That's why I did it. It's gonna have Halloween sheep.
Halloween sheep.
And sheep. You gotta have sheep. I'm in a yarn store.
This is true. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is number 5. I have this one and one more. So this one, y'all let me know. This one I'm on the fence about a new start.
But this is really pretty.
I love this piece. I'm going to cross stitch this piece 100%. I've gotten this imported into Pattern Keeper. This is my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers.
I had to order that for somebody
because I brought it into the shop.
Because of you.
She's starting to do her patterns digitally, so if this one gets made into a digital copy, I'll probably get that one to get a better copy into Pattern Keeper, because it looks like it could be Pattern Keeper friendly, because I don't think there's very minimal back stitching if there's any in this. So however, I have this on a piece of fabric flare.
Oh,
a bent up piece of fabric there. Whoops. I just don't know that the white is showing up enough on this fabric.
Oh yeah, because
for me to be content with it.
Well, yeah, because the fabric is white, and I remember. Well,
it's printed.
Oh, okay.
But you can't see the snowflakes at all. Like, you cannot. Well, in the camera, you kind of can. That's weird.
What you could do, if you're not happy with it, is get some, like, Silk Lame Petite.
That's what I have. It's actually, I'm stitching with a gray held with a shimmer.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
So, like, I am doing that, but it's still just not, I don't know if it's dark enough, or I don't know if it's showing up enough. And I hate it because I've done a really good start on this and have some good progress. But I also did have to frog out the top. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. I really am thinking about going back and using the called for fabric, which is darker than this, because I do like how the original looks. At first I thought I didn't like it, and now I'm like, you know, maybe the white pops really well.
Yeah.
So I think this will probably, and I thoroughly enjoy cross stitching this. So I think
get a smaller project and cut this right here.
Right, and then stitch. And I love the modeling on this fabric. It's really cool.
Like it.
Forgive the wrinkles. I've had this for probably 2.5 years. So 2.5 years. But yeah, this is my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers. Love the chart. I think I will be stitching more of her pieces in the future. I really do, because I thoroughly enjoy it. I want to stitch one she has called Won't You, E-U-E, Won't You Be My Neighbor? And it's a little sheep dressed up like Mr. Rogers.
See? Sheep.
We love sheep.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We love sheep and we love their wool.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Well, the rest of mine are needlepoint projects.
Okay. Do you want to do your needlepoint, or let me do my last cross stitch?
Do your last cross stitch.
Okay. Uh-oh, my zipper's broken.
Since that's the last one.
That's awkward.
Oh no.
There we go. We're good. All right, my last one is actually, this is a pattern by Argosy. This is the lighthouse I was telling you guys about in the podcast episode. I did, when Michelle had all these whips, I was like, well, I don't feel guilty starting one more. Here we go. So I did start it, and I have it in Pattern Keeper because it's an Argosy pattern, and I am using the parking method, and I'm obviously using much shorter threads. I have a smaller hoop that I actually got that I'm gonna put this in so I can work a little better on it.
So what do you think of it?
It's a little baby start, but
yeah, well,
I'm proud.
When you've done, let's see,
I've done like 200.
A 10 by 10 and a 10 by 10, so there's 200.
And see, here's the trick. I actually started this and had to restart it because there's a border of 1 stitch around the whole project.
Oh,
so this is actually a 9 by 9 here on this one.
Okay.
And see, so all of this row is 1 stitch inset, and that's all 1 stitch inset.
Gotcha.
But you can see, I mean, it's going to be it's maybe about the same size as the other one. I cut my fabric down.
Right.
Because I had a full yard, and I was like, I don't want to fight with that.
No.
So I'm going to go back in, and I have, I think, because each block is an inch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I have 3 or 4 blocks on each side. So I'm going to go through and serge all
and
of
I think
that.
that's what helps with your easy grid, is that helps.
Yes, the easy, sorry, flipping that in your face. But the parking, yeah, if I didn't have the easy grid, I don't know if I would do parking. But for me, it's a full coverage. Mm-hmm. It's my first full coverage, for real doing full coverage.
And you kitted it yourself.
I did.
With no branded floss.
It's just DMC floss.
Yeah.
And Michelle graciously went through the store and got it all for me. But I'm really loving it.
I like how when you get the floss list that you need, I really like it when designers put them in numerical order. I could have been going around this display for a whole week trying to find anything because some designers don't put their floss numbers in numerical order, and to me that's a nuisance.
And I have this in Pattern Keeper, so you can also sort it by number or by number of stitches. So I'm enjoying it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm so proud of myself for having a full coverage start.
Good.
So this will take a couple years to do, but and I have a smaller hoop. Let me pull out the hoop just so we can kind of get some context here.
It's not huge, and if she was a two-handed stitcher, when she comes here to stitch, she'll put it on the system 4. It's a table stand. Thank you, Judy Ownby, for letting everybody borrow yours.
See, so that I can just put it around what I'm working on, because it takes me an hour or 2 to get through each square. So and I'm doing the diagonal method. I know I'm talking about this all wrong, but this is my first one, so. I'm doing the diagonal method, so I stitched this one and I carried my threads either here or here. So I finished yeah, I finished this square, so I'm going back in and finishing this one, and then I'm gonna go down here and go 1, 2, 3, and then go
I see.
1, 2, 3, 4, and just kind of go that way.
Like a basket weave in needlepoint.
Right, and just kind of part my threads where I can, what's ever in a block that's in the next pass through.
Yeah.
And my threads are cut short enough that really I'm running out of them within a block.
Yeah.
So I might put this on the smaller hoop while you're talking.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I am basket weaving a scissor holder.
Cute, cute.
And this is not a true black, which I did not want. So it's actually a very dark, it's a very dark green, which I like a lot better. And I think it goes with the floral a lot better as well. My colors I think are a little darker than these. And
I was like, why doesn't it look black? And that's where it's printed for needlepoint.
Yeah, because it's needlepoint, it's hand painted. This is done with Pearl 5 in DMC because it is an 18 count canvas. It is from the Meredith collection. And then I have been working on, this is a counted piece, and it is the heart of the patches. I could be wrong. It's a heart, and it's all log cabin squares. Patty Moore had already done this, and I fell in love with it, so I started doing it. Now, I originally had already had 2 finished a couple of years ago. I sent them off to be finished, and I never got them back. So I was very, 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 very upset. Yes, I did contact the finisher. She feigned like she didn't know what was going on, kind of thing.
Oh, no.
And it took me a very long time to get, excuse me, to want to do this again. And when I did, of course, I'm going along, and next thing you know, Michelle's really not truly finished with his log cabin. So I got a little discouraged and put it off to the side. This really is one of those where you, it's kind of, you have to be quiet because it's counted, so you really need to concentrate. So, you know, Fridays are good for me. Sometimes Wednesdays are good for me, and all.
When I don't barge in the store.
No, you're fine. I kind of like it. I like it when she shows up.
Summer break in is here all the time.
Yay. So I will get back to this, and the whole, like I said, the whole heart is log cabin squares made up with these, and I pulled my own colors. So they're probably not exactly like the pattern intended, but that's okay because it's mine.
It's giving me Americana vibes. I'm good.
This one is my Christmas gnome.
I love this.
And this one,
gnome.
really, I should not have put this down. It's almost finished, for crying out loud. Look, this is all I got left of his little hood is right here. This little bit where the tails.
I don't need to try a new hobby, but that also looks really cute.
Isn't they gorgeous?
If he was in cross stitch, I would do that.
And I love gnomes. So when Danji Designs came out with them, I bought this one and 2 others. One is a Santa and another red one, but I'm going to make him all in blue check, not red.
You're going to have the little red buffalo plaid.
Well, he does on this one.
Yeah.
But the other one will be blue. This one's done in very velvet. This is Vineyard Silk Classic. His nose is floss and Pearl 5. And his beard is done in Angora.
Aww. His beard is really fluffy. Y'all can't always tell
Yeah,
on the camera, but it's really cute.
got some fluff there going on. So these I eventually want to have done as weighted stand-ups. So I got to save money for that one because they're a little on the expensive side, but that's okay. They're for me.
But he's cute.
He's adorable. I know. Well, and the blue one, they'll all, as far as the next ones, the hoods will be slightly different, but I do want the beards and the pattern, the stitch pattern for the body to match. They'll just be different color. They'll all be done in blues and not red.
He's reframed.
Yay!
Little baby frame. This suits though where we're at.
now it's a whole lot better.
Yeah, a lot easier.
A little bit more manageable.
Yeah,
yes.
Easier to hold in my hand.
Exactly. This little guy is another scissor holder that was gifted to me, and I'm trying to remember by whom, but it is a Heritage Arts.
This is the cutest, y'all.
It is a mouse reading a book, and I'm on the background. Now, the background is basket weaved, and for those that do needlepoint, you know that basket weave is boring. It's like ribbing, seed stitch, or garter stitch. You just knit till your eyes fall out.
Hey, I love a good garter.
And I was able to do a lot of my own colors with this one. I used watercolors for the background. I've got some little wools in here for this one. I have soy luster for the books. I've got Gloriana for the scissors. I have vineyard wool for all the blue, the orange, and the red fabrics over here. And I had some leftover Gloriana for the thimble over here. So
you gotta finish these two because they're both pretty, like especially the gnome, but this one's not too far
I'm
off
gonna teach you basket weave and let you sit there for a whole day and basket weave, and then you'll know why this is taking
We might need to
forever.
make a video about this because like think about too though, I'm the person who's like, oh, it's stocking it round and round, let's go. And
Let's
like
go.
Michelle doesn't realize I put 6 inches on a sweater in 48 hours.
Yeah.
In stockinette.
So see, I'm going to teach you basket weave, and then you basket weave my back end, and maybe in 2 days it'll get finished.
I'm gonna be the finisher around here. That's gonna be Hannah the finisher.
Right? Yes.
Finisher of projects.
Because I'm working on one that's all I'm doing is basket weaving the back end.
Is that the one you were working on last week?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
That one's a secret one.
Yes, I can't show that. It's a secret. Sorry.
But it's a hidden whip.
Yes, it is.
Michelle
Hidden
has a lot of
hidden in the back room.
See, mine, like, people watch, but at this point, I'm like, you know what? If you find out what you're getting for Christmas, thank you for supporting my channel. We love it. Like, it is what it is.
Oh my. This one is another counted piece. Thank you, Patty, for being a, what do you call it?
Batten and Foots.
An enabler to the new avenue of counting.
I love these colors, though. These are very you colors.
Mm-hmm.
Very autumnal.
Kathy Rees, I think, is the designer's name. And it's all counted. And they really, when you look at them, they're all satin stitches. But it's the colors and the different fibers that are used in it that really give it the oomph that it needs for this piece. But I'm actually almost, I got this last corner to do right through here, and then it'll be done. But every time I pull this out to work on it, because I'm at work, work gets in the way. Not that that's a bad thing. I appreciate all the interruptions I can handle. Trust me. Give me some interruptions. So I try to do them at home when it's quiet. A lot of threads in the rest of these. So these are all the threads that go with it. So that's that bag. Oh, but we're not done.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh, we're not done. I told you there was a lot.
I'm just here.
Oh,
Hey.
and you know what I just found?
I love this bag. Please show the people the front of the bag.
This
Look
was
at that.
gifted. This was given to me by one of our customers. Isn't that cute? She gave this to me probably about 4 years ago, I should say, because I was at the other place then. This, I think, was part of a birthday present she gave to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I love the bag.
This is a new piece that I had started. It's counted. And here's the picture of it. Yay, the pattern's here.
Gorgeous.
And it's done out by the same designer.
So these are to mimic quilt blocks?
Mm-hmm. Laura Perrin.
Mm. You're gonna have to send me like a long email with all of these links because I have no idea about needlepoint.
But I think once you get into them, and again, this is all done in satin stitches, which one would think would go fast, but you're counting.
Okay.
So here's
so
my
satin
start.
stitches aren't bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's my start.
Okay, so you did blue and yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did mine in blue and yellow. And she did hers in blue and purple. So I did alter some of the color schemes in that one.
Can we hold this one? Because I might.
You want to try it? Because you can.
I might. Can we hold this? I'm curious.
Sure,
We'll
absolutely.
We'll do
So,
some discussion
it'll be
later
good.
and see if,
But what I found at the bottom of the bag.
what did you find at the bottom bag?
Another quilt.
Wait, did I miss the Jiffy muffin?
Oh, the muffins? Where did my muffins go? Oh, yes.
I saw this and I was like, I needed some explanation of how did this come to be.
Okay.
Welcome to the South, y'all. Wait, let's hold up. I'll be right back.
Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh. And yes, again, it's all basket weave.
Oh, it's basketball.
Yeah, well, I started continentaling, and that was before I learned to basket weave. And of course, one of my co-workers, she said, "You're gonna have to rip that out." I said, "No, I'm not. Sorry, not happening. I've gone way too far. I'm not gonna rip it out." So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And this is by Jude Designs. You can see down here at the bottom, Jude. This has been 100 years ago.
I love it so much. Like, just, could you have to do it in basket weave, don't you? Or you?
Well, no, because I've already started. And once I do, you'll notice the difference between the continental and the basket
Okay.
weave. So once you do one, you have to stick with it. Unless you rip the whole thing out and then go basket weave. So it's either one or the other. You can't mix them both. It looks weird. I already tried that once.
We're gonna have to talk later because I'm fascinated by this and I'm like, I need to understand. But also, like, who doesn't just want a Jiffy corn muffin
Right?
mix?
And
Like,
it's going to be done as an ornament because that's what they were when, you know, she did them. I have done Doug's little chocolate pecan eggs because he is a true fan of little pecan eggs. So I bought that one and I did it. And then there should be, I've got a small pile of canvases that are ornaments. One of them is the hash, what is that?
corned beef hash?
No, it's a candy and it's marshmallow with a nut in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got that one. That'll be for Mom.
See,
Whenever I get
this is
those
turning
finished.
into the Michelle Sells Hannah on a whole new craft podcast.
And then I did start a license plate put out by Jude.
Oh, you Coloradan, you. Is that Coloradan? Coloradan?
Yeah. When we see these, we say, "Oh, look, it's a green weenie." You know who you are. Yes. I also have one from Mississippi, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which has not got snow. Like, we ain't
No,
got no snow
we've
except
got-
for that one random thing.
Which I was so happy about. Trust me. I felt like I was back home in the mountains and snuggling up watching it snow. It was fabulous.
magical.
Yes, it was.
Okay, your quilt.
Okay, so
Sorry, I interrupted. I saw Jiffy corn muffins. I was like, what is this?
all right, now this I did probably I started this 5 years ago.
These are gorgeous.
Well, these are all scrap, random, no order, nothing is square, and that's the way I like it. No points match, and that's the way I like it. It's a crumb quilt. Well, that's how I made one of my big project bags. I made this big old crumb panel of all these scraps, and then I trimmed it to the size I needed, and I made my big tote bag with it. Well, I keep getting all these extras, so I would take another small little pile like this one right here, and I would add to it, and I just kept adding and adding, and next thing I knew, I had blocks of, and now these are finished, I think, into like 10.5 inch, and then I found I have 2 jelly rolls, and it's all black, but the prints are all different.
Oh, okay.
Every print is different, so they're all bordered in a black print, and I have 14. I need 2 more to go.
You've got to finish this. Like,
So that's what I like about these particular quilts. Nobody cares that the points don't match, because that's the whole point.
that there's not a point.
That there's not a point, and they don't match, and the colors don't match, and the size of the little squares and strips don't
Well,
match.
and especially with it being bordered in black, I think it makes each one be its own.
Exactly, yes. So I have 14 of these puppies and 2 more to go. Well, then we had to pack everything up, so now I'm trying to find the bag of scraps.
I love this though. This is so cute.
But that's what I like about the crumb quilts. That's why I like crumb quilting. So like with this one, I started with 2 of these, which is the little florals, and then I just kept going round and round and round and round. And if, you know, something doesn't fit, I either make it fit or find something else that fits, and then it just keeps going, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes. So you can turn these any which way you want, and since nothing ever matches up, you can lay them out however. So I will have 16 blocks total, and then I'll go ahead and put them all together and see what I get out of it. But there they are,
Cute, cute.
all 16 of them. And one day maybe I'll make just one big ginormous one.
That's what I was thinking. It'd be fun to just do one big, but I feel
One
like it would
big
get harder and
ginormous.
harder as you went along to get it going.
Oh, probably. And then I'll probably say, no, this ain't working, and then grab one of my templates and turn it into a tote bag, because it's usually
Well, that's
how
what I
that
was
ends
thinking
up.
too. This would be cute as a bag in the sense of
Oh yeah, exactly.
it would look sleek.
It would.
Well,
That's
since
the last of mine.
Oh
Every
my
bit
goodness!
of it. I think I
all
got
of
it
Michelle's whips.
Yeah,
It
every
only
bit of
took
it.
3 episodes. I thought we were gonna have like 5. But
Yeah,
so-
but you originally thought 2, and I kept saying no. There's no way.
Yeah, and knitting alone.
Yeah, just in knitting alone.
But
There we are.
if you hung out this long and you've enjoyed the Stay of the Whips, let us know. Let us know what you think Michelle should finish. Let us know. Have you ever had Jiffy corn muffins? Do you like Jiffy?
I love Jiffy corn
Sorry,
muffins. I was
shoot them
raised
up.
on this stuff, and I'm not from the South. That's why I had to grab it.
My husband loves the sweet corn muffins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe I need to make some now. And be like, where did this idea come from? Like, you just
Michelle's needlepoint.
anyway, but thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for
enjoying our
watching.
State of the Whips.
Now
If
that you know what we've been doing and not doing and accumulating.
Yes. If you want us to do this, like, I think it would be like a yearly basis would be the soonest we would do it. Maybe reassess what our whips are like every year,
Yeah, how much Michelle's gotten finished, how much Michelle's not gotten finished.
how much we've added.
Yes.
Because I know
That would be your
my whip collection is growing. It would be your fault if I have a needlepoint collection next year. That would be your fault.
I just hand you a couple of mine, you know, get my canvas pile down while you're learning to needlepoint. So, yeah.
We'll see. Grant, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
It'll
Anyway,
be all right.
we'll
You'll
be back.
okay, Grant.
We'll be back for a normal podcast
Yes.
episode soon. But enjoy the Stay of the Whips. Hope you've enjoyed our summer event.
Yes.
If you liked it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We've had some more subscribers. We're grateful that you're here.
Absolutely.
You know, do your own Stay of the Whips. Let us know what you're working on, what the status of your whips is. Anyway, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.